Hello everyone, this is Jasmina, and in this video I'm going to talk about some useful charts that I have created that are available for sale. Not all of them are terribly expensive, some are quite cheap, but I have a Payhip store. Now the reason I chose the Payhip store compared to, let's say, Amazon or one of these others is because they have a package where, although I pay a pretty hefty transaction fee, and I pay it, you do not, uh, I don't have to pay a monthly fee. Now, if I start selling more, I can convert it to paying a little monthly fee and less transaction fee. So it has a lot of versatility. And this is the reason why I chose it. I'm a small enough company that I can't really afford to be losing money every month if I'm not selling. So that is why I am doing this and chose this store. Now, it specializes in the delivery of digital material or media. It could be videos, it can be things like PDF files, stuff like this. It's sort of like Etsy for small content providers or for maybe wannabe writers. So this is so you can sell novels on this store also. So it's pretty interesting. Also, there actually are some Joey Yap books I've seen available here, but unless they are being sold by the Joey Yap store, they might not be legitimate. I don't know, they could be, but they also may, if they're hard copies, then that's fine because you're just reselling, that's okay. But if they're digital, you have to be a little careful because even on Amazon, there are some where people complain you can't read them. I don't know, it's how they scan them in or something. You just can't use the book. And you can't really return it because it's digital. So you have to be really careful with books that are scanned in. Now, this Payhip store is a safe and secure site to purchase items. I will not get to see your credit card information. I do not want to see your credit card information. But this is, has all the safety features. It is a secure site. So by all means, use them. Now, I have available some general charts. Right now, we have the complete purple-white charts, and they're pie style, so they, radial type charts, which are more accurate, and they are charts for all of the key numbers, which 1 through 9, and all of the incoming chi sectors, which there are 8, the 8 ordinal cardinal directions. And the product that you get when you know your key number and your incoming chi sector will be list all years. So you have a permanently good thing you can use. Now, you only need to do this once unless you move to a different place that has a different setup, or you move your incoming chi sector, which is basically for a house, it's moving your main door. This is really only applicable to houses, moving the door, that is, because in apartments, you usually can't do anything. Now, there is no period or facing direction dependence in the purple-white chart. So this can be very good if you happen to be sitting right between, your facing direction is right between two different directions, or you don't know the period of your house, you can still use this. And you can use this in apartments also, and sometimes it can be a little hard to know what the period of an apartment is, and but this is good. Now, when we're talking about an apartment, instead of a main door, you're talking about the balcony door, and that will define your incoming chi sector. And if you don't have a balcony, it'll be your largest window. And I've talked about this several times in the purple-white videos. Now, this chart does change every year, but there is a 9-year repeat. So I give you 9 different charts that you just keep using forever. It's good forever. I also have Chi charts available. Here you need your period, a facing direction, and an incoming Chi subsector to be able to know which Chi chart you need. Now, right now, the period 7, 8, and 9 are up, and I will get them all up. Ultimately, they are quite onerous to create, so this is something that has to, I have to work on it a bit. So they'll come in time. I'll start with period 6 and go backwards. So in a month maybe or so, I will have all the charts up. Now again, you only need to do this once unless you change the period of your house or the main door subsectors. Again, apartments can very rarely change any of this. Facing direction is really hard to change. Most of the time you cannot change your facing direction. I will also have in the near-ish future some flying star charts. They'll be very cheap. I plan them to be under $1. Now you can get these numbers for free, but this will include the filled-in charts, so you can just lay them over your floor plan. You're sure they're right. You didn't make any errors in, converting them from one to another, because there's human error involved. Now, you only, again, need to do this once unless you move or change the period of your house. And again, apartments are basically impossible to change. Now, if you live on a corner lot, it is possible you could change your facing direction of a house. You can't do that with an apartment, but it will be quite expensive to change the facing direction of your house. But sometimes if you love where you're living, the location where you're living, and you have a much better house if you change the facing direction, and that will also change the period of your house, almost certainly, because you do so much work to change. I mean, you basically have to rearrange everything in the house, and that is enough to change the period. And it will probably take months to do. So, because this is not an easy job. I have not seen anyone do this, but at least it's conceivable it could happen. Now I also have some miscellaneous charts that includes the dragon arranging charts, and that's both the forward and backwards ones, or clockwise and counterclockwise ones. I also have 2 versions of the 24 mountain chart, which includes all of the named parts of the chart, and I also just have one that has the subdirections, and this is really good to use to overlay over your floor plans to find out where your incoming chi is coming from and what is your facing direction. Of course, you still have to determine what is north, but it's not that hard. It's actually, I do have videos on that too. And I also give you a blank 8 sector chart because that's what you need to fill in for all of your charts. Really, the flying star chart and the Chi chart are permanent. I would suggest that you put the purple white on a different set of slides because that does change every year, or different transparency. But you can overlay transparencies one over the other, and that's the nice thing. Now, it's hard to collect and try to just give you one thing for everything because they have different, each of these charts, the flying star, the purple white, and the Chi chart, have different pieces of data that they need. And for, like, say, for one facing direction, you can have I think 6 different Chi charts. So it's very hard to give you just one single chart, and that's why each one is separate. Now this is what the store actually looks like. It's a screenshot, and it is a little messy. They are trying to improve this. I've actually communicated with them and say, you really need to change the way we can arrange things so it'd be a little less messy. But this is what you will see right now. Hopefully it'll clean up in the future. And I don't know exactly how these are all listed. They seem to be in backwards order, how I actually uploaded them to the computer or to their website. So it's a little bit confusing. So you just have to read through things. Now let's say we click on this, the purple-white key number 9. This is what you'll see. And so we have 8 different incoming chi subsectors. And right now it's at $2. And if you see one that's priced differently, just tell me and I'll fix it. Now these prices will go up in time because my expenses keep going up. So I will try to keep the changes to maybe once a year, possibly twice a year, depending on what happens. Now, I also have documents that contain your personalized 3 victory dates for the remainder of 2023 and all of 2024 for all sectors. They are also available, and once we get close to 2025, I will put the 2025 ones up, and once we're finished with 2024, I'll take them down. So it won't be extra cluttered. Now, the 3 victory sectors are personalized to you. That is, it's based on your Batsa. And on the Joey Epps calculator, and it should be free, there's Divine Light, Divine Blessing, and Divine Force sectors listed. And I choose to use this simply because it's written in English, it's really clear. I do have a video about the 3 victory sectors that you should watch to understand how to use them. But this is the one that's the easiest to read. Otherwise, you're sort of forced to read Chinese, so it can be a little harder. Now, the 3 victory dates are useful when you have a serious need. So not everybody needs this all the time. So this is something that you might not ever need. Now, getting these dates is a lot of work because I have to go through the calendar, and this is why they're a bit more expensive. But your need could be something concerning money, health, or relationships, and this relationship could be like with your boss. It could be with outside people. So it's not just personal relationships. Now, the divine light is actually very useful. It can help give you insight to be able to solve whatever problem that you have. It could be any one of these 3 categories. And the reason why I like this one so much is that this insight is usually applicable in other aspects of your life. So once you gain this insight, you get to keep it. So this is one reason why I really like the divine light, because it makes you understand the world and other people better. Now, the divine blessing is basically a blessing, and this is for truly serious issues. Let's say, for example, you're facing a health condition that is hard to treat. And so you want to have the best outcome possible. This can help you with it. And it's not that insight is going to give you any benefit. It's for something where insight won't help, where you just truly need a blessing. And then there's finally the divine force. And this is good for when you're fighting a battle. And of course, most people don't truly battle these days, but this means things like you've got a court case that's going to be difficult, or perhaps you have a negotiation for a long-term contract. This is when you might want to use it. Now, these dates are fewer because of the way they are set up. These are more common. And so this one happens to be cheaper because I think people won't use it so much, and also you don't have so many dates. Now, I do have videos on my YouTube channel that will explain how to use these in great detail. And if you need this, I would suggest that you watch these videos. So that's basically it. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please feel free to contact me here if you have questions or leave a comment. And again, this is the Payhip store where you can purchase the charts. And I hope you find them useful and that they really work for you. Thank you again for watching.